Hi guys, welcome to tutorial number 1 with Mr. Hall, all about our poetry writing. You've been set the task by me to write a poem about something you are grateful for and something you'd like to thank somebody or something for. So, I'm just going to give you a few tips here on ways you can get started with your poetry writing. The wonderful thing about poetry is there is no right and there is no wrong. They don't have to rhyme, they can be set out any way you'd like, they can contain similes, metaphors if you want them to, but they don't have to. They are a really free and beautifully fluid way of expressing yourself. But what I like to do, I'm going to show you now. Firstly, you'll notice we've started with a completely blank page, and I hate blank pages. So what I always do to begin with is I just write down, in any way I want, a couple of ideas about what my poem is going to be about. So my poem is going to be about something that I'm grateful for. And at the moment, the thing I'm grateful for is being able to get outside. So that's the first thing I'm going to write down. In fact, I'm going to write down anything now that I think might be useful. And that could be things that are just single words, things that are feelings, emotions, thoughts, anything I like at all. I'm going to start with the being able to get outside as my overall theme, and then I'm just going to start putting words down all around the outside of this. So I will show you all the different bits that I've got. So, as you can see, I've now got lots of ideas down for things that I'm thankful for to do with being able to get outside. And that's going to help me start to think and to formulate my ideas into a poem on this side of the page. And again, what I do to begin with is I start without worrying at all about verses, without worrying about rhyming, without worrying about syllables. I just start to write my ideas down. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And what I try and do is I try and keep lines roughly the same length. Because if I'm going to decide to count my syllables at the end, if they're roughly the same size, those lines, normally that means that they're quite similar in the amount of syllables that I'm using. So that just helps me as we get a bit further down the line. So I'm going to have a go at getting some ideas down. And at the moment, it really doesn't matter what sort of things you're writing. So my poem's going to be all about being able to get outside. So I'm just going to start writing, I'm thankful that I can get outside. And remember, this is a poem, or we're going to turn it into a poem, so you don't have to go to the ends of lines. In fact, you want to start new lines quite frequently, so that you've got something that starts to look like it's written in a verse structure. So I'm thankful I can get outside and go for walks each day. Now, I've chosen the word day very carefully because I know that I'm going to want to make mine rhyme. You might not want to make yours rhyme. You might decide you're quite happy with it being a poem that's free verse, no rhyming at all. But I've decided I want mine to rhyme, so I'm chosen the word day as the end of one of my lines because day is a very easy word to find lots of rhymes for. So I've got, I'm thankful that I can get outside and go for walks each day. I'm going to get some repetition in here because poems like to repeat. So I'm going to say again, I'm thankful. Ooh, I need to spell it right, of course. I'm thankful that at such times, and then I'm going to need a word that rhymes with day. I'm thankful that I can get outside and go for walks each day. I'm thankful that at such times I can walk my worries away. Now, because I've been writing poems for a long time, I didn't struggle too much to get that rhyme down right from the beginning. But you don't have to do it like that. You can just write down your ideas and then try and convert them to get those rhymes down as you go. So I'm thankful that I can get outside and go for walks each day. I'm thankful that at such times I can walk my worries away. I'm just going to grab a red pen. So what we've got here is we've got the rhyme scheme A, B, C and B. Now, the A and the C don't rhyme together, outside and times, but day and away, they do rhyme, which is why we have B and B. Like I say, you can do this in any rhyme scheme you want, or with no rhyme scheme at all. It's completely up to you. The other way you can do this is to just write down your ideas and not worry about rhyming at all to begin with. So I'm going to do a second verse now using that technique. So I'm thankful that I can get outside and go for walks each day. I'm thankful that at such times I can walk my worries away. I'm going to keep repeating that I'm thankful because I want that to be the structure of my poem. I'm thankful for my garden and this is what's called a run-on line because it runs on to the next one. If you want to be really posh and use a French word, that's called enjambement, to carry on to the next line. I'm thankful for my garden and I'm thankful for the weather. I'm even thankful for gardening despite it being a chore. So as you can see, that one doesn't rhyme at all yet. We've got and, that would be A, weather would be B, gardening C, and chore D. None of those rhyming with one another at all. But if I want to keep to my A, B, C, B, what I need to do is I need to look at this line here. I'm thankful for the weather, line number 2, and line number 4 here, despite it being a chore. And I need to do something with one of these two. Now, I quite like I'm thankful for the weather, so I need to think about if I could change chore and change this line to be a rhyme with weather. Now, weather's not the easiest word to rhyme with, so I might change the second line a little bit too. I might change it to I'm thankful for the sun, because actually that's the type of weather I'm most grateful for, most thankful for, and sun is a much easier a much easier word to rhyme with. So I'm thankful for my garden and I'm thankful for the sun. I'm even thankful for gardening. And instead of despite it being a chore, I'm going to put it's starting to seem fun. And now what I've got is I've got my A, my B, my C, and my B again, and I'm keeping to that same rhyme scheme. I've got sun rhyming with fun. Okay, that's everything I'm going to tell you for now for my step 1 tutorial. Hopefully that was helpful and you've got some good ideas. I can't wait to start seeing what sort of poems you're putting together. By all means, email me with drafts that you've got, or if there's bits you're struggling with and you'd like some help, I'd love to hear from them. But that's everything for now. Goodbye.